Okay, well, all I'm going to do is introduce Chris Rojas, who's president of Gallery Carpet. This is the company you'll be working with for your iCore project this summer. And with that, I'm going to give it all to Chris and tell us what you want to tell us.
All right, thank you. Well, all businesses have a story to tell, and I'd just like to share with you mine. Stories have conflicts, good, evil, beginning and an end. So but first, before I start, I want to tell you a little lesson about two different lemonade stands. The first stand is run by two kids. They use long time country time lemonade, paper cups, a bridge table. It's a decent lemonade stand, one of a long tradition of standard lemonade stands. It costs $1 by a cup, which is pretty good considering you get both the lemonade and the satisfaction of helping two kids. Now the other stand is different. The lemonade is free, but there's a big, huge tip jar. When you pull up, the owner of the stand beams as only a proud 11-year-old girl can beam. She takes her time, reaches into a pail filled with ice and lemonades, slices the lemons, squeezes it with a little clever hand juicer. The whole time that she's squeezing, she's also talking to you. She's sharing her insights and her joy about the power of lemonade to change your day. It's a beautiful day, and she's in no real hurry. Lemonade doesn't hurry, she says. It gets made right the right way, or not at all. Then she urges you to take a bit less sugar because it just tastes a little better that way. Now, while you're talking, a dozen people who might have become customers drive by because it appears to just take too long. But you don't mind, though, because you're engaged. A few people pull over and wait behind you. Finally, once she's done, you put $5 in the jar because your free lemonade was worth at least twice that. Well, maybe the lemonade itself was worth $3, but you'll happily pay again for the transaction because it touched you. Now, which entrepreneur do you think has a brighter future? Now, I started Gallery Carpet Care in an interesting way. I actually worked backwards. I started off with the principles and the guidelines that I wanted this company to fit. So what I did basically is I put on a whiteboard, I put all sorts of businesses. I was going to start manufacturing, restaurants, pretty much you name it, it had it on the whiteboard. So I'm like, okay, this is getting stupid. I need to narrow it down a little bit. So, because I figured, you ever notice people, either no matter what their income level is or what they do, even people that are jobless, your friends, whatever, everyone's busy. So if you're going to be busy, you might as well be busy at building something for yourself or doing work that matters. So now a great question to ask is when you guys start your own is where do people take dysfunction as an expected way of life? It's a great question to ask when you're trying to design the business that you guys want to come up with. Now, creating demand is hard. Filling demand is much easier. That's what I went with. So I wanted a business where I could say, we specialize in this, and there's nobody better at this than us. So the three principles I came up with. One was I wanted to be home for dinner. There's many businesses that will actually consume your life. I know you know most of them, like, work up 10 hours a day, and I just didn't want that lifestyle. Now, this is, again, a principle, so obviously you'll find out the divisions we have where, you got to work night, you got to do what you got to do, you got to take care of the client. But these are the guidelines. And second is happiness. There's many legitimate businesses that you have. At the end of the transaction, just not everybody's happy. You ever go to a divorce lawyer, auto mechanic? Didn't want to deal with that. If you do your job properly, everyone's happy. Second was I wanted a high likeliness of it being able to be generational or sellable. Basically, I wanted an oak tree business. When God wants to build a mushroom, he takes 6 hours. When he wants to build an oak tree, he takes 60 years. As I'm sure you guys know the numbers, half of businesses fail in first year or something like that. So a lot of companies can shoot right up, but poor leadership, poor proper financials, they get too fast, growing too fast, and they bomb. So our simple rule of our brand is this. We keep our promises. I forgot my slideshow. All right. There's our gallery. Gallery Carpet Care. There's our lemonade stand. Here's our divisions. So our 3 divisions we have are carpet cleaning. That is my baby. That is our core business, carpet cleaning. We start off carpet cleaning, and basically, here's an interesting way I start. I start off with nothing. And I figured out a way to turn nothing into something. So what we did is I go, okay, all I had was a van and some tools, and I had no money for marketing. I maybe get money for gas, I think. So what I did is there's Angelist was running a promotion. Obviously, you guys are familiar with Angelist. And they did that, 3 rooms for a hall for $109. So I thought, okay, so I did that and I made it a really good deal. But here's the interesting part that I did, is that we sold a bunch of them and I didn't get paid for 30 days from Angelist. Customer calls up next week. I'm sorry, we're booked for 45 days out. So we booked out the customer long enough. I got the money from Angie's List, and that gave me the cash flow for those initial customers, and then we serviced them right afterwards. So that was the first trick that I did that actually was able us to get started. And one thing that I would strongly recommend is never have money be an obstacle for the business that you want to start. There's always a way. So we started carpet cleaning, and in our equipment, there's only maybe 5 or 6 companies in the entire state that have our level of equipment. And I did that for a purpose, is that there's some, I don't know, about 550 registered carpet cleaners in Indianapolis. That's a lot. Now, only a handful of them, maybe more a handful, in Indianapolis are really good. And in my area, which is the north side, which is basically Whitestown, Zionsville, Carmel, and Westfield. I usually stick to the north side. There's just a handful. And my equipment, I wanted to be better than anybody, because giving an example right here, how we got the name that we did is that I can pretty much out-clean anyone. So I started to build a reputation. Here's a restaurant we did. This is their concrete sidewalk. And I clean. Let me just show you an example of what I can do. So I go into companies and I say, you know what? I won't charge you a dime. I know you're already with somebody. When are they coming next? Oh, they're coming to clean next Sunday night. How about I come Tuesday night, no charge. I'll come clean any area you want for free, just so you can see, hey, you know what? If I can make a difference, you obviously see our difference. But if not, you know somebody they're doing a great job. I have no problem offering free services, and you'll find out more about that later. But again, free is a great word in today's marketing, and a lot of companies are afraid to offer free services because they don't see the bigger picture. Here's a before, and here's an after. Now, I didn't make much money on this one. I should have. Before carpet, after. Turn around. It took me a little while. But the homeowner, he wanted to flip this carpet as a rental. He said, it's trash and I got to replace the carpet. Now, this is my beginning, so I said, you know what? I can turn that carpet around. So I saved about $3,000. I didn't charge him nearly enough, but before, after. Tuesday, this is that one example in a restaurant. I said, you know what? I really want, this is actually Arnie's. I said, let me come clean it for free. And let's just see how good of a job your current guy is. They thought they were really good. They thought they couldn't get any better. I didn't even know that color. When I got there, I didn't know that carpet had color. So I cleaned it. And now that's one of our biggest accounts, monthly income residual, all because I offered free services. And a lot of my competitors called me crazy for doing that because nobody else is doing it, offering free work. But I steal their customers. That's at an airport. Before, after. That one, so before, after. So we have the ability to turn carpet around, which is really nice. Tile work. That is a underserved market in our industry, tile and grout cleaning. I'll admit I don't do enough marketing for it. It's an extremely high profit, but it's underserved. Not that many people do it. But with our equipment, we have the ability, again, to make a big difference. So carpet cleaning, tile and grout cleaning. And obviously pet. Now, especially with animals, such a huge area right now. Obviously, you know, dog moms, you know, all that. I mean, everybody treats their pets like their kids. So it's a huge market on pet odor remover, pet stains. We do wonderful on it. We have solutions that we custom make that have the ability to take out pretty much everything. For the only thing that you really can't, that there's no product made, is cat urine, especially males. So when somebody calls up, is it male or female? If it's male, your carpet's pretty much shot. There's just nothing that can be done. I can lessen the odor, but that's it. So for you guys who own cats, good luck on your carpet. But anything other than that, we can get out. Oh, that was a little fun one. So in terms of when you're coming up with pets is a huge area that we can market more to. A lot of people want something that's healthy for their pets, healthy for their babies, you know, baby, pet and baby safe. We use all green cleaning solutions. Other division, we have upholstery. Basically, anything that has fabric on, we can clean it. Another company called us. They had actually kind of like these divisions up here, you know, like offices, dividers. We can clean those. If you can walk on it, we can pretty much clean it. And if you can sit on it, I can clean it. We have, I'll stick to our competitors. Our Lang & Walter is in my area. They've been around for like 30 years. They're actually very good. Stanley Steamer, not so good. Basically, outstanding marketing in most cases can overcome a mediocre product or service. But the trick is to have an outstanding product or service that can actually match your marketing. Stanley Steamer, wonderful marketing. They're just considered the lower end of the cleaners, but they own most of the market because they're marketing and they have outstanding marketing. Sandy Bright, that is another local carpet cleaner. That is one of also our competitors. We do airplane cleaning. We clean all the airplanes and the corporate jets. I think we're maybe one of the only ones, or there might be another company in Minneapolis that does it. It's very high technical. Obviously, if you get water on one of those electricals, you just bought a $4 million jet. So we also do boats, RVs, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's the carpet cleaning division, tile and grout. Next is we have our construction division. Now, how I got into these different ones, which is kind of weird, a carpet cleaner doing construction. So we actually started with doing carpet cleaning, and then I got a phone call from one of our clients, hey, my basement flooded. Can you get this water out of here? I go, yeah, I can get water out. We got a big, powerful machine. I didn't think about this. So, and then he goes, hey, do you know anybody who can dry this out? And I say, yeah, sure. Here's the reason why I always say yes, is that I always want to be the point of contact for anything goes wrong, they think of gallery. So I didn't really do that on purpose at the time, but something inside me says, yes, I know somebody who can do that. So what I do, I didn't know anybody. I went upstairs in my van, started calling just people I know. Hey, do you know anybody that you recommend? And finally they said, yeah, call this guy named Bruce. Bruce came down, did a good job, made me look good. So what I did is I wanted to basically keep the customer in our own house. So again, if that happens again, or if he has a neighbor, yeah, call gallery, he knows somebody. So I started extracting this water out, did this so many times, and I'm referring these restoration jobs out to everybody, and I'm all, this is just stupid. We should just do this ourselves. We're just giving away money. So I started a water damage division. We bought all the equipment, dehumidifiers, all the drying equipment, went to a school So I'm now certified I can basically dry out this university, advanced structural drying for commercial accounts, all because, you just kind of, in business, you'll always find something. And they say you always want to make money off your trash. There's so many businesses that have kind of side products that they just kind of throw away, and they don't think of, well, what if we can do something with that? And as long as you stick to somewhat around your core product, your core service, go with it. And if I've done many ideas where, that wasn't a good idea. But in most cases, if you go with it, you'll figure out you can make it work. Okay, so I did water damage. And then, of course, bathrooms get flooded, drywall gets taken out, flooring gets ruined. So, again, what happens? They, hey, do you know anybody who can rebuild my bathroom? Or anybody who can redo the drywall? Yeah, I know somebody. Again, make phone calls. So now I'm building my list, and now I'm starting again. We refer all these construction jobs out. Hey, why are you doing this? I need new, I want to do an add-on to our house. So again, start referring these these construction jobs out. After so much time, this is just stupid. We should just do this ourselves. And so I took them a while, but I found a good core group of guys in construction that had the construction knowledge and the skills that I was looking for, because it takes me about 15 to 20 people to find the one person I like, because we're known for beautiful work. I don't stand for anything less than basically looking beautiful. There's a lot of, everybody and their brother knows a guy with a hammer that claims they're a contractor, but the odds of you finding somebody that has those good finishing touches and that you would put your name on it, I've been through them all. They're really hard to find. So I got a good core group, and guess what? So now we start a little construction division. It started out little, and well, basically, Google started. Everybody starts out little. So we started doing little basement jobs, little drywall work, painting, and again, just like normal, it just builds up from there. We do bathrooms. We do a lot of those. This is start out from nothing, and then we did their bathroom. That picture not coming up right. It's supposed to be smaller, but you get the idea. Cloud tub. There's us. We had the demo on basically a whole entire basement. Backsplashes. Those are really popular. Everybody likes new backsplashes. We built that bathroom from scratch. Again, a kitchen remodel. That was a pain in the butt. Showers, do those all day long. All because I said yes. Vinyl flooring. Again, so details. So normally what other companies would do is they would just put your standard vent cover from Lowe's, throw it on there, look white, wouldn't match the pattern. We always take that extra step. Always take that extra step. It will always come back and reward you. These cabinets were built in the, I think it was the 40s. We had to rebuild them to make them match the 40s. Again, customer wanted that same look. We could have gone to Lowe's, but what? We said we matched it, and we rebuilt them basically to those specs. All the grout lines line up. Everything's there's perfect, all plumb. Again, don't settle for less. Here's an interesting thing about clients. Loyal customers always understand there's always something better out there, but they're not so interested in looking. And those are the clients you want. I'm not cheap. I purposely am not cheap. There's many customers in all of our divisions that say there's somebody that can do it less. Go for it. Because here's why. I don't do Angie's List. I don't do any coupons, I don't do any of that stuff. Because they're always on for the coupons. Now, that's fine if you guys, I love a good coupon, but I'm more loyal. I reward loyal. If my customer calls up and says, hey, I'm in a pinch, can you do this for this amount of money? If they're loyal to me, I might even do it for free. because they're loyal. I can't emphasize enough on how valuable a loyal client is, especially in today's age. So I don't do Angie's List because, yeah, you can get some cash flow in there, but they're not going to call me next year. They're just going to wait for the next coupon. Same thing basically in all divisions. So here's with marketing. Oh wait, I didn't finish the other one. So flooring. We have a flooring division. Same thing. There are two separate divisions. There are two separate crews. Same product. We're doing some flooring, some basement jobs, all stem from water damage. I referred out so many to this flooring store. Me and this owner got along real well. And basically, we had our own dedicated crew from the flooring store. So I'm running these, every month I'm writing this guy's check. And I'm all, this is just stupid. Well, let's just have our own flooring store. So we got my own flooring with Shaw, Boyu, all the major lines, Mohawk, everybody. So now we're a direct connect with all the mills. And now we have our own flooring crew. We do carpet, hardwood, tile, vinyl, and what's kind of the new, everything going for right now is called LVT, luxury vinyl tile. That's basically the fastest growing segment right now. I'm sure you guys seen it. It looks like you put it down, you can't tell the difference between if it's hardwood or stone until you touch it. The graphics technology has come so far, it's awesome stuff. Yeah. Now, here's another thing that I want to share with you guys is allow yourself to make mistakes. Before I start a division, I say, you know what, I'm allowed to make mistakes. It costs me a lot of money to start them. And like, for instance, I can't tell you how many number of first jobs I did that I underbid it, bid it wrong, mismeasured, lost money on because I forgot to add, this material. But I think a lot of people would beat themselves up, or their significant others, or even their partners. Can't believe you missed this or missed that. But you know what? Allow yourself to make those mistakes. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. That's how I did. So every time I have a sheet. Oh, forgot to charge for quarter round. You need to charge things for like that. But I allowed myself to make the mistakes. And what that did, that gave me the freedom to continue to grow. If I would have beat myself up every time, oh my gosh, I just lost $2,000 on that, $4,000 on that, or whatever it was, I would have been so discouraged, I might have stopped. I said, I just can't keep making money. But I say, you know what, for a certain period of time, I'm allowed to make mistakes. Now, obviously, I made sure I have enough cash flow from other divisions to support our next thing. Don't get me wrong, don't get stupid. You do have enough the cash flow, the reserves, or a plan like a kiddie fund. Here's my stupid fund. So if you are short on cash, save up for X amount of period. I'm going to save up for 6 months and call it my stupid fund. That's literally my fund. Every time I lose money on, if you're going to start a hot dog stand, if you forget to order hot dogs, whatever, that's the fund that comes out of. So you can get burned if you don't have the cash flow to support you being human. I'm pretty smart. And you guys are pretty smart. I guarantee you're going to make mistakes. And it's just part of, as you know, learning. But yeah, so if your offering is always better, you don't have loyal customers. You just have smart ones. Don't brag about how loyal your customers are when you're just the cheapest, or you're clearly dominating the market like Stanley Steamer. The key element of what the market demands, that's not loyalty. That's just something else. So again, can't emphasize on how much we value loyalty. Now, our marketing. Our marketing message is this. In everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making every outcome of our service beautiful, delighting our clients, and creating a remarkable experience. We just happen to be great at cleaning carpets. Want yours done? There we go. Here's our marketing messages. I brag about how we're number 2 in carpet cleaners. I took this off the old Avis ad. Everybody familiar with the old Avis ad? Famous one? Marketing guys? No? Okay. Our top. In Gallery, in Carmel, Gallery is only number 2 in carpet cleaners. So why go with us? We try harder. We're not the biggest, you have to. We can't afford any missed spots, dirty areas that come back, or showing up late, or smelly technicians, or anything less than leaving your carpets absolutely beautiful. Obviously, the thing we try hardest for is just to be nice. But remember when the servicemen took a lot of pride in their craft, usually you knew the local carpet cleaner, you knew the work be done right. But we believe this is what draws people to Gallery Carpet Care. Why? Because we can't afford to take you for granted. Go with us next time. We'll be there for when you need us. I mail these out to basically the north side. And the big coupon here, let us show you how good we are. 1 room of free carpet cleaning. I got a few calls on that. And they're saying, you're going to go out of business offering free carpet cleaning to everybody. Well, look where we are now. So how that works is people call up, no strings attached. We'll clean any area you want, 150 square feet, just on us. Just see how you like us. Now again, we'll get those ones, just like you always will. They just want the 100, just a free carpet cleaning, that's it, and they'll never talk to you again. But that's fine. Again, I allowed to have those. I don't get frustrated or angry with them because there's always those cheapy ones that are that's just who they are. But they're over here. I want the big pie. They're always going to be a part of that pie. So people call in, yeah, you do great. Go ahead and do these rest of these areas. And I knew that would work. And it did. So we did that. We do that for a long time. And I always try to add something where people can relate to. You know, I don't just put like try not to make it boring. Eye catcher. Obviously, we're clean for all the police, Whitestown. Have our shirts. What I do is, another tip that I would suggest is pay attention. I'm always observant. When I'm reading a magazine, Instagram, I always look for companies that come up with good ideas. Take them. You know, there's not too many original ideas around. But what they do is they just kind of hide their sources. So I got that idea from Kansas. A city in Kansas is trying to make the next, I love New York. I don't know what they're doing, but they're very successful. So what I did, they had a little heart around and says, I love Kansas. I took that idea. It was a great idea. So basically my idea on here is that I wanted a marketing message, a t-shirt that people would wear around. Because if I put Gallery, when I wear like a company logo, that wouldn't be cute, I think people would wear that. I'll just have to put my little logo on the back, and when people ask, hey, where do you get that? Gallery. How much do you think I'm going to charge for those? Nothing. I'm going to give them away. Free. I love Zionsville. Another blue one. Apologize about these photos. They look better on my thing. When you come up with a product or service, that's obviously kind of why you guys are here. Obviously, come up with a product or service for our company. Here's a couple guidelines. It has to be connected to our core service in some way. It can't conflict with my guiding principles. Be home for dinner. I'm not going to open up 500 stores, work 20 hours a week, and have no family life. Not saying it's wrong. There's a lot of people that do it. But in case nobody's told you, there is a price to success. Everybody pays a price. Every single person. I know a lot of well-off people. Every single one of them paid a price. Cost them their marriages, time with kids. There's a price to pay. Now, some people go in saying, I'm willing to pay that price. What I would suggest is when you go in, know what price you're willing to pay. How many of you guys are you starting your own businesses? Just out of curiosity, so I know. Plan on starting your own? A few of you? Okay. Several of you? When you go into, ask that question and know and talk to somebody in that field and get what price did you pay? Make sure you're willing to pay it. Sometimes it's worth it. I've always been in business. I've always worked. Every weekend I worked. I started on the auto industry. The price that I paid for my income at the time, I didn't do the whole college experience. I missed the college experience. While everybody was out partying on the weekends or going to the lake, the river, I was working. That was my price at that time for that area of my life. But this one, when I started this company, most cases I was home for dinner, except when we had a water damage job. Obviously, we had to go take care of the client. But I went in knowing, again, the principles, and I didn't want to violate them. There's a couple interesting senior market. As you know, as you can see, they're building them everywhere around nowadays. We're in most of the senior centers on the north side. So look into that. We do very well with the senior centers. Senior retirement homes and stuff like that. It's a huge market, obviously, with all the people retiring. So explore that. And here I'll give you one little idea that there's a company called Sens Flooring, S-E-N-S Flooring. They're in Europe. It's something I have been having in the back of my mind, and here's what it is. It's basically, Grandma, you got to go to the nursing home. We're done. Okay, so, and she has little memory issues. So it's a flooring I would put underneath the carpet. It can tell if she's lying on the floor, if she's gone to the bathroom, or if she hasn't moved in X amount of hours or even a day. It tells you where she is or what she's doing. So if you get a report, hey, send me a text message in 6 hours if she hasn't moved. You might be a little concerned about that. So a lot of people have guest suites in their house, whatever you call it. So if you want to put Grandma in your house instead of a nursing home, that might be a good thing for you. Nobody has in the U.S. Is it worth it for me to invest in and bring in? Might be an idea for you guys. I don't have an answer I haven't looked into yet. Well, I have, but I don't have the time. Lifetime value of a customer is key. The reason why I give away free work, and this is what the other people didn't take that extra step. Okay, I give away free work. Average lifetime of customer is about 4 or 5 years. 15% of the population move every year, but give or take, it's about 5 years. Our average invoice for carpet cleaning is $250. 250 times 5, I'll give away $100 for $900 back. I always look at the long haul. Always look at the long haul. When you don't focus on the main thing or the right thing, you end up blaming people for everything. It's another thing I would strongly recommend you remember. I got a couple things here where for the business owners and the future people that want to be involved in business and want to basically kind of just go at full force. There's so many, I'm sure as you know, I talked earlier, that don't last. And everybody wants to start something or be even a part of something, because you don't want to start your own business, but you might want to join your best friend, go, hey, let's build this together. You run, I don't want to deal with it, but I won't want to be a part of it with you. Here's how not to get burned out. Divert daily, renew weekly, and abandon yearly. Divert daily. If you work with your minds all day, you need to reduce something at the end of the day, work with your hands. It's usually the opposite, usually how it works. Garden, do something. If you work with your hands all day, at the something at the end of the day, read a book. Renew yourself every day, what's working out, whatever. Renew weekly. Take that one day off. Take that one day off. Don't work 7 days a week. Now, when you're building phase, obviously you have to do that, but don't do it for too long. You'll get burned out. Abandon yearly. Take that vacation that once a year. I promise you, I didn't do that. I wish I did. And I think if you talk to a lot of people in my position, they wish they did as well. Here's another thing that I got taught that has made me a lot of money and a lot of contacts. Write this acronym down. It's called SPEAK, S-P-E-A-K. Here's how you talk to anyone and make those contacts. This is how you can build rapport with somebody. I've done in the person I learned it from. It's a famous, world famous guy, and he taught this to me. I've seen him do this in 2-3 minutes, and sometimes it'll take like an hour. Story. What's your story? Tell me about your story. Oh, I just told you my story. What's your passion? Oh, really? What are you passionate about? Helping kids, reading books. Oh. Find out their passion. E for encourage. I can see you're really good at helping being with kids. I can see you're really good at painting. Very good. That's encourage. Ask. How can I help you out with that? Is there anything I can do to help you with that thing that you're passionate about or whatever something you want to ask, how can I help you? And then lastly, no. Big question, who do you know that I need to know? I can't tell you how many times that question has led me to some very interesting people and some profitable jobs just from that question. Another thing when you're coming up with a service, remember, bigger isn't better. It's just bigger. And the mass market might want what the mass market wants, but it doesn't mean it's a market I want to be into. So just keep that in mind. Bigger is not better. It's just bigger in every business category. Love this thing, 212. 211 degrees, water is just hot. Just something very hot. 1 extra degree, at 212, it boils. And with boiling water comes steam. With steam, you can power a locomotive. So I'm hoping that you heard something today will resonate with you that will help you affect your future businesses by just that 1 degree. Because all it takes in most cases is that one little extra effort. That's all I got. Any questions?
Could you review specifically the different divisions you had? Carpet cleaning, construction / water damage?
Carpet cleaning,
okay.
Water damage,
yeah.
Construction,
okay.
And flooring.
All right, thanks.
So are you looking for a completely another division or maybe a product that could go within the division or?
Money is not an issue. That's up to you guys.
Okay.
Have you considered adding on to the name of your company?
I'm sorry?
Have you considered adding on to the name of your company?
For the name of my company?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have gallery, like in our gallery wholesale flooring, we have gallery construction. So we basically, here's the reason why I did different divisions, is that I knew in the beginning, I set this up, is why would you call a carpet cleaning company to put on your new roof? So they are different divisions, we have different crews. We don't have my carpet cleaning guy, installing your shower tub, So they are different divisions. And, but yeah, so if it's gallery, we want to open a hot dog company, gallery hot dogs, yeah.
If you were to allocate the percentage of your business between the 4 divisions, what would you say?
Carpet cleaning, well, here's an interesting thing. Profitability, I'll give you a division, I'll separate it differently because it is different. Profitability. My highest gross profit is in carpet cleaning. That's my baby. It's the highest gross profit. My cost on it is roughly 0.057 cents. About $34 an hour of what it costs me to have somebody clean carpet. I need to be making about $200, $250 an hour per carpet cleaner. And we charge usually 36 cents a square foot. Flooring, my profit margin is roughly 30 to 40%, industry standards. Water damage is a very high profit margin, but it's very, eats up your money a lot. And then construction, it's just all. I don't like construction. For your contractors, don't get into construction, it sucks. Low profit margins. I don't bid. The average industry profit on construction. Okay, so you know those construction guys that make like $1 million a year, all these $1 million projects? The profit is only like 17, 18%, 20%. So if I build $1 million home, guess how much? That's pretty crap. I'd rather go suck dog crap out of carpet. I make more money than that guy. So the only reason why I do construction is that it's an additional add-on to my services. I don't do bids. So if somebody wants me to go bid a house or build a, if they go, hey, I got 3 people coming to bid me on my basement, I don't want to do it. I'm only, again, it's 20%. I only do it when, like all of our senior centers, they only use me. So my profit's a lot higher than 20%. And our current clients. Because again, I want to keep them my current client. Because here's why. Is that it makes sense for me if we have my carpet cleaning customer, hey, my basement flooded. Okay, yada yada. Hey, I need to do, I want to build this bathroom remodel. Will you match this other bid? Yeah. I don't want that chance of Mr. So-and-so construction dude coming in building his bathroom. Oh, how'd you hear about it? Yada yada. Oh, my carpet cleaner. Oh, you know what? My brother does carpet cleaning. Why don't you use him? Try him out. Oh, my guy does flooring. See how you can lose? I don't want a chance to lose my customer because of a referral or a chance to go to somebody else. So if it makes sense for me, and I can make some money on it, and I'll do whatever it takes to keep that customer with the gallery family. The more I keep them with me, the less chance of them, obviously, going to somebody else, to whoever else is in their house. Dollar-wise, which I don't think matters, because obviously our construction, and I can do, again, a $500,000 rebuild, but I won't make as much money as me just cleaning the carpet in this building, profit-wise. I only look at profit in terms of if I charge them, whatever, $5,000 to clean this place, I don't know, whatever, versus me building a $200,000 thing, I'd rather do this, make more profit. Does that make sense? Okay.
How many employees do you have?
We have about 8 employees, mine, and we have several subs. Okay. Here's another thing is that the biggest challenge of any small business is employees. I'm sure you heard that a million times. Again, I kind of share with you on how many employees I have to go through to find that one good one, and that applies to subs. I have many subcontractors. The reason why I like subcontractors is that I can burn them through them real quick if they don't do the job the way that I want, or they don't show up. I mean, you name it, you deal with those problems. Where if they're employees, I only bring some employees if they're just I need them here 24/7 and they're a part of the family. They fit our guidelines of quality and how we like to leave things. But it's so hard to find a good employee, a good person. But once I find a subcontractor and he fits us, I'll bring that guy in a heartbeat. I don't want to overpay for somebody to work, but I definitely don't want somebody to be underpaid. I pay as high as I can to make sure they don't want to go anywhere else. They feel rewarded. So there's that balance on where we keep people from employees to subs, because I take care of my people very well. Feed them lunch, overpay them, give them bonuses, because it's hard to find. So if you're a good employee and you work hard, there's people out there that want you.
Well, you said you're on the north side, is what you said, but you only mentioned 4 cities that you were in Whitestown, Carmel, Westfield, and Zionsville. Why aren't you in Fishers and Noblesville?
Pie chart, and there's not. We have clients in Fishers and Noblesville. We'll go out there for certain jobs. Carpet cleaning, it takes me about half an hour and 40 minutes to get to Fishers or Geist in Noblesville. I better be doing a whole house. If I go out there for one room, I'm going to be pissed. So, again, I don't tell the client that. We go out there just as cheerfully as we're doing a whole house. But actually, sometimes we do. I'm not coming out there for one room. But like a flooring job, we do several flooring jobs out there. I don't specifically market to there just because there's so much work in Carmel and Zionsville and those areas. I think a lot of problems that I know some of my competitors do, I see it. They'll go Indy, go to the south side, and they're up in my area. Well, what are you doing, dude? There's plenty of room, plenty of work right where we're at. It's the reason why I did once, I wouldn't say never, but marketing Indy is that it's so hard to get noticed. I'm known in those areas. We're known gallery, everybody kind of knows in gallery. But Indy's so huge and there's so many businesses down there that do what I do. It's hard to stand out. Hard to get loyal customers. And I'm not at the size enough where I capture all my market. But once I do, then yeah, we're going to have to expand a little bit more. But I'm not there yet.
Construction.
Good. Are there any divisions that you've tried that didn't work out, or divisions that you wouldn't want to go in?
Yeah, what did we do? Housekeeping. That was a mistake. Yeah, we did painting. Hate painting. Everybody in there. I did that one for a little bit. We do painting. It's part about construction, but there's so much painting jobs out there. We actually started a division of it just to have our painter guys. But the problem is all you need is a paintbrush and a roller, and you're in business. So again, how do you separate yourself? Again, I'm not cheap. I don't want the cheap ones. I don't want to be cheap. So I canceled that one just because it's just hard. I don't like it. It's hard to get, again, loyal customers. They're just going the cheap guy. Another one we started was hardwood cleaning. It was a great idea. I thought it was a great idea at the time. Everybody has hardwoods, and nobody really does deep cleaning. They come with a machine that does it. And it's actually good business, but the only reason why I canceled it is good profit too. Really the only reason is that people expectations, it was hard to meet. So they wanted me to come in clean it, but they wanted to make it look like I refinished it. No, it's called screening, sanding down, refinishing. Okay, that's like, $5-6 a square foot. I'm not charging $1. But they thought we clean it, we get all the dirt, the grim, everything out of those cracks, and get all that haze off the hardwood. We're cleaning it. And as many times we tried to go overboard and explaining and, hey, this is what it's going to look like. When we're done, I could see in their faces, yeah, it looks cleaner, but I thought those scratches would have come out. Lady, this isn't a sander, So, and just as many times we could go that overboard on setting expectations. I didn't like that. Remember, again, my guiding principle, everyone's happy. It violated basically that everyone's happy, is that even though we did great work and we did what we set out to do, it violated the guiding principle, as everyone's happy at the end. And that was the only reason why I canceled it, because it was, other than that, it was good profit and easy and everything like that.
So why'd you cancel house cleaning?
Same principle, kind of the painting. Everyone, their sister has a 409 box, and getting good work, people were happy, but it was like, how do you compete with somebody that has no overhead, and it was just like, well, this is just stupid. So I only want to do things that has to make sense. I have to make money at it, and I have the ability to justify my pricing structure. So every division, I can justify carpet cleaning easily in terms of I can out clean anyone. Construction, very few people that can just, the service, the quality of work, I can justify my prices very easily. Water damage, there's only a handful of people that are certified like me in this area, so I can justify that. Flooring, I don't charge high. I basically charge what everybody else charges because it's so easy. It just kind of fits, and sometimes I'll price match. I can go low if I want, but it's just really easy division. But with house cleaning, say if you go in, I'll dust and mop and whatever, wipe down the walls for $200. Well, my sister has Aunt Jane that would do it for $120. Have Aunt Jane do it. I got other stuff to do. It was too many of those conversations. So, and for me making, by the time I pay the guys, it was like $40. Well, it's really not worth it. Another thing is it's okay to do those, but know what's worth your time. I know so many businesses, I know you don't too, that will do things. I'm like, you're seriously doing all that for that margin? Really? Think about it. And it's just stupid. Only do things that are worth your time. Time is so valuable. Everybody should know what your time's worth. The more value you bring to the marketplace, the more you can demand for your time. So increase your value. I know if I have to go to a meeting or if I have to go to a bid or whatever, I think in my head, well, if I'm not going to, because I charge wherever I go, I better be making $200, $250 an hour, wherever I'm doing. So my value is. So with house cleaning, painting, I would do it if there was no headaches. And it was like I had an employee that wanted to do it, side, there's no headaches. But as soon as you give me headaches, it's just not worth it,
I have a question. So if you do like flooring and like water damage, why, kind of like the restoration, why would you not do like, where like with the flooring where you could sand it and stain it for customers?
We would do that. We do wood sanding, refinishing, but that's different than deep hardwood cleaning. So deep hardwood cleaning is what I removed, and that's just what it, just cleaning the hardwoods, getting all the haze out. So if we're doing a job in construction, she goes, I don't want to refinish my floors. And another thing too is I usually end up talking most people out of it, not because I don't want to do it, is that the cost savings between refinish the hardwoods and buy new flooring is so little. Here's why there's hardwood finishing, is that it's meant for when you have the hardwoods that are supposed to last 20 years. You do it in 10 years because you still want to keep them for another 10 years. So you do screen, look like new. But the problem is 10-year-old flooring, 20-year-old flooring, everybody wants what the flooring that's in the magazine. They want the big 5-inch ones. They don't want what's in most houses today is the old ones, even 5 years ago, the 2-inch planks. And they go, well, for that cost, I might as well just put in flooring. Yeah, you might as well. It's where if you love your flooring and you want to keep it for another 10 years, then you'll save $1 or $2 a square foot. But that's really all it is. It's about $1 or $2 square foot savings between completely replacing them and finishing. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
So you said you consider yourself, you can outdo anybody, outclean anybody, but then why do you consider yourself number 2 and not number 1?
Marketing. Standing steamer is number 1. Nobody likes to be number 1. Number 2 is the whole message is you have to try harder. If you think about it, how many people like to root for the underdog? Marketing says, most polls say, you like to root for the underdog. Nobody likes to brag. Nobody likes to be the guy that always company that roots for the number 1 team. If that number 2 team comes in, being a little humble about it, hey, we just want you to be our fan. We'll take care of you. You'll be part of the family. I want to root for that team. So my message was all about, hey, we want to try harder. The reason why we want to be with you is we got to try harder because we're not number 1. We just can't take you for granted. Stanley Steamer, they're the biggest ones around. They're number 1. But they can take you for granted. They can do a crappy job. They can care less because guess what? With their marketing, next door neighbors are going to call them 5 minutes after you leave. Their repeat business is extremely low, but they're so huge, and people don't know better. Here's an interesting concept with marketing. Sometimes it doesn't go the way you want. Everybody knows Lebanon, right? I'm pretty good at marketing. I've been trying to get into Lebanon since I started. There's one guy that owns the market in carpet cleaning in Lebanon. He's Heaven's Best Carpet Cleaning. Nicest guy in the world. Every time I go there, name's Mark, they say, oh, he's the nicest guy in the world. Every single person says he sucks. It's just the carpet's wet, he doesn't get the dirt out. I mean, just horrible carpet cleaning. He's just horrible. His equipment's like older than, my sister. So, but the funny thing is, I can't crack that market. I don't know what it is. Only way I can get in there is through referrals. I threw a bunch of money at marketing, but everybody goes to him. I don't know why. But sometimes, the reason why I tell you this story is leave mysteries a mystery. Don't knock your head against the wall trying to solve certain mysteries. Again, a lot of companies will say, I know I'm better, but can you imagine if I kept wasting my time, don't knock your head, leave the mysteries and mysteries.
So why did you choose like this logo?
This logo?
Yeah, what does it mean, like the blue and the font?
Gallery Carpet Care. My best friend owns Gallery Motor Company in St. Louis. Guess what his logo's like? His is black. Same logo, but it's black, and he says Gallery Motor Co. I liked it. There you go. I just saved money on design fees. Remember about being original? Pick somebody else's. There's no shame in it.
So does the blue mean anything?
I'm sorry?
Does the blue mean anything? The color?
Blue's water. I started out with carpet cleaning. The reason why I went with blue is that with carpet cleaning, ocean water, and then studies show 80% of our clients are women. Most women like colored water, spa-like. Every woman likes to go to spa. It's color spa, usually colors. That's why I chose that color. Relaxing, attracting women. Yeah.
I know a lot of like when you got into flooring, you said it was because you're getting a lot of people asking you if you did this or you knew a guy or who to refer to. Is there any specific types of work that you keep getting requests about that you might want to get into that you haven't yet? Roofing? But you wouldn't want to do the roofing work though, right? Roofing stuff.
That's the thing I'm getting referred out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it takes about an average of 8 team members to do a roof. I don't know enough about it. I don't know what. Here's the things you want to look at is that I do know it's about an average of 8 employees to do a roof. Is there more insurance work I can go after? Because a lot of roofing with insurance, because I deal with insurance companies. So all this hail damage, everybody in Carmel got a new roof. I didn't do any of them. Why not? I should have. It was like 80 grand each. So as long as I don't have to, there's a big, my question would be is, how big is the commercial or the insurance market where I don't have to deal with different bids and they say, hey, we'll pay you 80 grand to do the roof. I know there's huge profit margins, so I love that. So is there enough, can I get enough insurance work where it makes sense for me? Because the reason why I like insurance work is that you deal with the adjuster. Homeowner doesn't care. I'm not paying you. So I don't need to go get 5 other bids. They're just saying, hey, do the work, insurance company will cut me a check. And usually insurance pays very well. So that might be an interesting to look at.
Okay, let's stop it there and let the groups get together and start talking and exchanging ideas. We do need to have Chris meet with the liaisons, so let's do that back here. So if each liaison from each group would just come to this back row. And Chris, if you could just come back for a couple minutes and tell them how you want them to contact you.
Okay.
When.